So as you can see, we are already in Punta Cana in the airport. Now what you're seeing is the customs line, so make sure that you have all your documentation necessary before you get there. If you have a friend that you're traveling with or a family member, have somebody jump in line while everybody else uses the restroom, so that way you can get ahead. If you have a larger group, just be mindful how it may make people feel if you have like 10 people jump in line with you. They are pretty friendly in terms of baggage and grabbing your bag, so they'll get you where you need to be. Right here is where you'll see that we are going through another part of customs, which I wasn't expecting at first, but the part that really got to me was how busy the taxi or shuttle service here is. So I strongly recommend that you arrange a shuttle service just to make it less confusing, and you can see how busy it's about to be in a few seconds. I booked directly through the hotel, so it was easy to find the shuttle service. Just look for Seasons Transfer in green. The ride was pretty comfortable, about 30 to 45 minutes from the airport to the location, so take that into consideration when arranging your travels to and from. The shuttle service was pretty relaxing and no issues. Alright, so I want to make sure that I give you as many tips as possible to maximize the experience that you have while staying. So I'm going to try to give you all the tips now so you can just watch and enjoy the videos that were taken. When we got to the resort, it was beautiful. On the way, you saw all the resorts along the drive. The driving is different. Definitely not in the US, but we got there safely. Upon arrival, we got checked in. They took our bags, gave us a towel to wipe our face with and our hands with, and some champagne. I'm not a big champagne person, so I would probably pass. Immediately, they're going to take you to check-in, where they go through the whole process, walk you through the app, which I recommend downloading in advance, the Excellence Resorts. They do ask for a deposit, so ensure that you have about $500 prepared on your debit or credit card. I believe credit cards are preferred. You're going to see a really big number because it's in pesos, but the experience that they provide in check-in is pretty cool. They'll assign you somebody to take you to your room, which you'll go back to the same location that you got dropped off at and get on the cart, which was pretty seamless. You can see it's a very beautiful resort, and the staff was friendly. If you don't speak Spanish, you'll be able to get by just fine, but I will say that knowing a little bit of Spanish will help you throughout the experience, but not required. We stayed in the Excellence Club, if I'm not mistaken, so we got extra amenities like the Magna restaurant, as well as some activities, although I didn't realize that we had the activities included until the last minute, so just make sure that you take advantage of that. Also, there is a special beach access area, which is separate from the other part. If you were in the Excellence Club, I went over there to check it out with my friend, and we ended up going back to the other place. Maybe if you have a larger group or you want it to be a little bit more quiet, then you can go on that side, but I really didn't see that much of a difference. you are in the Excellence Club, you do enjoy a free or included hydrotherapy, which was pretty relaxing. If you don't want to get your hair wet, I recommend bringing a shower cap. But essentially it's water with different pressures that are targeting different parts of the body. You start with, I believe, a sauna, then you go into a steam room, then you shower off with some type of scrub, and you go through the different pressures or streams of water. It was pretty relaxing. My friend and I opted to go with the foot massage at the end. To me, the prices were a little bit expensive, so we didn't go for like the spa treatments, but then again, you're at a resort, so why not? You can see as we're walking, there are different parts of the resort that you can walk to, like the jewelry store and the pharmacy. There's also what they call the discotheque, which I believe is their club, on the way there, and eventually past the pharmacy you will see the spa on the left. One of the benefits of booking with the hotel is that the shuttle service was included to my remembrance, so you don't have to worry about finding transportation to and from the resort, and it just made life a lot easier, to be honest with you. You'll arrive in enough time to get to the airport safely. It can be a little bit confusing. Airport travel, it usually is. And one thing that I didn't realize when we were being dropped off is that you will get helped with your luggage, but sometimes people kind of stand around to see if you're going to give them a tip or not. So take that into consideration. Also consider, depending on what time of day you're leaving, the airport may be a little bit busier than normal, but just make sure that you have your travel documentation ready. I believe that you have to submit for another request when you're about to leave the DR, and the airport is pretty self-explanatory. Just bring some extra patience, be ready to scan information and provide your passport. You do have to go through TSA per usual, but depending on how quickly people are moving, it shouldn't be that difficult. And remember, you have to go back to your home country, so you'll go through customs again, and I strongly recommend global entry in addition to your passport if you're in the US. If you do have an American Express Platinum or Premium Lounge access, the lounge there was pretty nice to get away and relax, so I would strongly recommend that. Nice bathrooms. They also had a pool there, so if you want to get a last minute dip, you can do that. One thing that I did not consider when going to the terminal, or the gate I should say, we had to get on a bus in order to get to the airplane, and the directions once you got off the bus from the bus to the airplane were actually not very clear, so just expect chaos when you get off of the bus. They were sending people who were in the middle of the plane to the back of the plane, the front of the plane, so just be ready. So would I come to this location again? Yes. Even asking the driver on the way, which I don't think he's directly connected to this location, which of the resorts that were available are the best. He listed this as top 2.